Welcome to Wisdom Uploaded. Today, we're tackling a really common and honestly quite expensive problem many businesses face online.
Oh, yeah. Which one is that?
Spending huge amounts on traffic, ads, SEO, all that, only to see visitors just vanish from the website, like pouring water into a leaky bucket.
Ah, the classic leaky website syndrome. It's probably the biggest waste of marketing budget we see. Companies work so hard, spend so much getting people to the site.
Exactly.
But if the site itself is slow or confusing or just doesn't work well, then yeah, most of that money is just gone down the drain.
So true. And here's the kicker, maybe the surprising part. Often the easiest way to double your revenue isn't actually doubling your traffic.
Right. It's usually much cheaper and faster to double your conversion rate.
Yeah.
Say take it from a standard 2% up to 4%. That's a huge lever.
And that shift, focusing on the visitors you already have instead of just chasing new ones, that's what we're exploring today. The key. It seems to be this powerful combo of conversion rate optimization, CRO, and user experience, UX.
Absolutely. They work hand in hand. It's how you turn a website from just, a pretty online brochure into an actual predictable revenue engine.
And that focus on results, on transparency, that's really core to how we approach things at Digital Time Savers, helping you get that edge for, say, 2025 and beyond.
Okay, so let's maybe lay the groundwork first. Define these terms. CRO, conversion rate optimization. Sounds technical, maybe a bit intimidating.
Yeah, it can sound like jargon.
But really, at its core, it's pretty simple. It's just about getting more of your website visitors to do the specific thing you want them to do. Make a purchase, sign up for a trial, fill out a lead form, whatever that goal is.
Right. The basic math is straightforward. Conversions divided by visitors times 100. Easy enough. But the real challenge isn't the calculation, is it? It's what people think CRO is.
Exactly. So many people think CRO just means like endlessly A/B testing button colors. Should it be red? Should it be green? Or changing a headline word.
Yeah, tinkering around the edges.
That's just A/B testing, which is a tool used in CRO, but it's not the whole picture. Real CRO is much deeper. It's about understanding the why. Why aren't people converting? Is the pricing confusing? Is the checkout process too long? Is the value not clear?
So it's more diagnostic, like a doctor figuring out the illness before prescribing medicine.
Precisely. It's analyzing user behavior, finding those friction points, the things that make people hesitate or leave, and then testing solutions to fix those specific problems. It's optimizing the whole journey, not just one button. It's fixing the leaky bucket, not just pouring more water in.
Okay, that makes sense. So if CRO is about optimizing the outcome, what about UX, user experience? How does that fit in, especially now in 2025?
Well, UX is basically everything that happens when someone interacts with your site. How fast does it load? Can they find what they need easily? Is it intuitive to use? Is it pleasant or frustrating?
And the reality today is attention spans are incredibly short, right? Like seconds.
Barely even seconds, maybe 3 seconds, tops. That's all the time you get to convince someone your site is worth their time. A site that looks professional, feels fast, and is easy to navigate builds instant trust.
And the opposite is also true. Bad UX is immediately obvious. The slow loading, the confusing menus, the feeling it was designed 10 years ago.
Definitely. But when UX is done well, it often feels invisible. Things just work smoothly, effortlessly.
You don't notice good plumbing, you only notice when it leaks.
Exactly. Good UX reduces that mental effort, that cognitive load. It stops people from bouncing away in frustration. And critically, it makes all your CRO efforts much, much more effective. You could have the best offer in the world, but if the site drives people crazy, they won't convert.
So they absolutely have to work together. You can't optimize conversions on a site that's fundamentally broken or annoying to use. It's like trying to sell ice cream from a food truck that's currently on fire.
Yeah, pretty much. Get the foundation right with good UX, then optimize the path with smart CRO. When they work together, the user journey becomes clear, friction vanishes, and you start seeing more sales from the same amount of traffic.
Okay, great foundation. Let's get practical now. Talk about specific CRO tactics that actually move the needle. We've established that fiddling with button colors isn't usually the big win. So what should we focus A/B tests on?
Think bigger picture. Test fundamental concepts that tap into user psychology. Instead of just testing slightly different headlines, test completely different value propositions. Are your users more motivated by saving time or making more money? Test that. Test the core offer itself.
Can you give an example of testing the core offer? What does that look like?
Sure. A common one is framing. We might test a standard 30-day money-back guarantee against something like a try it completely risk-free for 60 days.
So changing the perception of risk.
Exactly. That phrase risk-free often bumps signups significantly, maybe 10, 15% sometimes, because it just mentally removes that barrier to trying. You're testing psychology, not just words. Other big things, where you place your social proof, how you present pricing annual first versus monthly first, even page layout long-form sales page versus something more minimal.
Makes sense. And tools for this. For someone starting out, maybe Google Optimize is a good free option, though it's sunsetting soon, so people need alternatives.
Yeah, Google Optimize was great, but people are moving to tools like VWO, Convert Sale, which is good for privacy focus, or Optimizely for larger companies. But honestly, the tool matters less than the process. The key rule is always statistical significance.
Right, we hear that term all the time. Can you break that down quickly? How do we know if a test result is real and not just luck?
It's crucial. Statistical significance basically means we're confident, usually like 95% confident, that the difference we're seeing between version A and version B is actually because of the change we made, and not just random chance or noise in the data.
So you need enough data over enough time.
Yes, you absolutely have to run the test long enough, typically at least 2 weeks, maybe 4, and get enough conversions on both variations. If you stop a test after 3 days just because the version you like is slightly ahead, you're probably just fooling yourself with random fluctuations. Patience and data volume are key.
Got it. Patience is a virtue in testing. Okay, let's talk about rescuing those visitors who are heading for the back button. Exit intent pop-ups. They have a terrible reputation, don't they?
Oh, they really do, and often for good reason. But used strategically, they can recover maybe 10, even 15% of visitors who are about to leave for good.
So what's the strategic way? How do you avoid annoying people?
2 things, timing and relevance. First, don't fire at the second someone lands or moves their mouse slightly. That feels aggressive. Wait a reasonable time, maybe 30 seconds, maybe 60, or until they show clear exit behavior like moving the mouse towards the top of the browser.
Yep.
Respect their initial browsing.
Okay, timing and relevance.
The offer has to match their context. What were they just looking at? If they're on your pricing page, don't offer them a generic newsletter sign-up. Offer something relevant, like a free trial, maybe a discount, or a comparison guide. If they were reading a deep dive blog post, offer a related ebook or checklist. Tailor it.
So no generic, wait, don't go, here's 10% off.
Please, no. Unless they were looking at products, maybe. But make the offer specific to their likely goal or interest at that moment. And any urgency you add needs to be real. Fake countdown timers. Instant credibility killers.
Good point. Let's shift to trust signals. You mentioned credibility. Generic claims like trusted by thousands feel pretty hollow these days, right?
Completely meaningless. Everyone says it. What works in 2025 is specificity and transparency. Instead of just stars, use detailed testimonials that address specific concerns a potential customer might have.
So not just great product, but something like,
I was worried setting this up would be complicated, but the onboarding guide was clear and I was running in under an hour. Or, the return process was genuinely hassle-free when I ordered the wrong size. That addresses a specific fear or doubt. That's gold.
real stories addressing real worries. Makes sense.
Yeah, and authenticity matters. Use real photos, even videos of actual customers if you can. Avoid those perfect generic stock photos people see right through them. And be transparent with your policies. Remove the risk up front.
Like those ironclad guarantees.
Exactly. Some of the highest converting offers are things like try it for 60 days. If you're not 100% happy, get a full refund, and you can keep the bonus materials. That shows supreme confidence and removes almost all the purchase anxiety.
That's powerful. Okay, final CRO piece. The call to action, the CTA, the button itself. You said most are conversion killers. Why? Things like submit or learn more.
Because they're vague and uninspiring. A good CTA needs to instantly answer 3 questions for the user. 1, what exactly am I getting if I click this? 2, what happens next? And 3, why should I do it now? Submit tells you none of that. It sounds like work, or like you're giving something up.
So move beyond those generic words. What works instead?
Focus on action plus benefit. Instead of submit, try get my free audit. Instead of learn more, maybe see pricing plans. Instead of download, get your free ebook now. Make it clear what they gain.
Adding that benefit directly into the button text.
Yes, and sometimes adding risk removal helps too. Start your free trial, no credit card needed. Or get your instant quote. Also, try testing first-person versus second-person phrasing.
Meaning get my free trial versus get your free trial.
Exactly. Often we find get my converts slightly better because it creates a sense of psychological ownership for the user before they even click. Worth testing. And of course, technically, Make sure the button is easy to see, contrasts with the background, is large enough to tap easily on mobile thumb-friendly. And ideally, there's one clear primary CTA per page section.
Lots to think about for just a button. Okay, let's switch gears from persuasion, the CRO side, to friction removal, the UX side. If we want to stop people from giving up, where is the first place to look?
Speed. Without a doubt, site speed is absolutely non-negotiable today.
What are we aiming for?
You really want to be under 3 seconds load time on mobile, ideally closer to 2 seconds on desktop. Every fraction of a second you shave off can measurably improve conversions. Think about it. If you're paying for ads, sending traffic to a site that takes 5, 6, 7 seconds to load, you're literally paying for people to get frustrated and leave before they even see your offer.
Ouch. Okay, quick wins for speeding things up. What are the usual suspects?
Image optimization is huge. Make sure images are compressed and sized correctly for the web. That's often the biggest factor. Enable browser caching so returning visitors load faster. Use a content delivery network, a CDN, to serve files from locations closer to the user. And do an audit of your website. Plugins or third-party scripts, sometimes unnecessary ones, really bog things down. Tools like Google Page Speed Insights give you a specific diagnosis.
Good checklist. And given that most traffic is mobile now, designing for mobile can't be an afterthought, right?
Absolutely not. It has to be mobile first, or at least mobile equal. Your site must feel natural and easy on a small touchscreen.
What are the essentials there?
Think about the thumb. Buttons need to be large enough to tap easily without zooming. Text needs to be readable. Minimum 16-pixel font size is a good rule of thumb. Navigation needs to be simple, often using a clear hamburger menu that works smoothly. And critically, minimize form fields. Every single field you ask someone to fill out on mobile is a potential point of abandonment because typing on phones is just annoying.
Keep it lean. Only ask for what you absolutely need right then.
Precisely. Yeah. You could always ask for more info later if needed.
Okay, speed and mobile are crucial foundations. What about navigation and just overall clarity, making sure people don't get lost?
Yeah, your site structure shouldn't feel like a maze. Keep the main navigation clean and simple, maybe 5 to 7 main items max. Use clear labels. And psychologically, the one goal per page rule is really important.
One goal.
It prevents decision paralysis. If you give people too many competing options or things to click on a single page, they often get overwhelmed and just choose nothing. They freeze. Make it obvious what the next step should be on any given page. A good test is, get a brand new visitor figure out what you offer and how to get started within, say, 10 seconds.
That's a great clarity benchmark. And finally, visual hierarchy. People scan, they don't read word for word online, right?
Exactly. They scan in predictable patterns, often an F pattern across the top, down the left side a bit, then across the middle. So you need to use design to guide their eyes to the most important stuff immediately.
How do we do that? What creates that hierarchy?
Size is the most obvious one. Your main headline, your key value proposition, should be visually dominant. Contrast is key. For CTAs, the button needs to stand out from its surroundings. Use white space effectively to give elements room to breathe in separate sections. And place your most critical information headline, key benefits, CTA, where the eye naturally falls in that F pattern.
I like the squint test for this.
Oh yeah, the squint test is brilliant. Literally, squint your eyes at your web page so it's blurry. What still stands out? It should be your main headline, maybe your core image or value prop, and definitely your main call to action. If everything just blends into a gray mush, your visual hierarchy isn't strong enough.
If everything looks important, then nothing is important.
You got it. Visual noise kills clarity.
Okay, this is super helpful. Let's quickly summarize maybe the top, say, 6 common conversion killers we see. The mistakes that cost businesses money even if they have traffic.
Sure. Number 1, slow load times. We covered that. Number 2, overly complicated forms, asking for way too much information up front.
Like their grandmother's maiden name to download an ebook.
Pretty much. Number 3, confusing page structure. No clear focus or path for the user. Number 4, weak, generic CTAs. Submit, click here, learn more. Number 5, badly timed or irrelevant pop-ups, especially those instant ones. And number 6, no clear next step. The user finishes reading something and thinks, okay, now what, and leaves.
Those are definitely common pitfalls. So finding which of these leaks are hurting your site isn't guesswork, right? We need data.
Absolutely. This has to be data-driven. You need tools that show you how people are actually interacting with your pages.
What kind of tools are we talking about?
Qualitative tools are fantastic here. Things like Hotjar Or Microsoft Clarity, which is amazing because it's 100% free, or Lucky Orange. They provide heat maps to see where people click, scroll maps to see how far down they go, and even session recordings where you can watch anonymous user sessions.
Watching actual user sessions must be eye-opening.
It really is. You look for patterns. Where do people hesitate? Where do they rage click because something isn't working? Where do they consistently drop off in the checkout form? That's your evidence that tells you exactly where to focus your optimization efforts.
Okay, so we use those tools to find the problems. What metrics should we be tracking regularly to know if our fixes are actually working, beyond just the main conversion rate?
Definitely watch conversion rate. That's the main one. But also keep an eye on bounce rate. Are people leaving immediately? Time on page. Are they engaging with the content? Scroll depth. How much of the page are they seeing? Funnel drop-off rates. Where are they abandoning the process, like between cart and checkout? And click-through rates on key internal links and CTAs.
Are there general benchmarks people should aim for, like for e-commerce or SaaS?
They vary a lot by industry, but as a very rough guide, e-commerce often sees average conversion rates around 2–3%. For SaaS, or maybe B2B lead generation, getting to 5% is good, and 10% or more is achievable with really solid optimization. But your own baseline and improvements are what matter most.
Right. So, last big question here. With all these tactics across both CRO and UX, where do you start? If a site has problems, do you fix the UX foundation first or jump straight into CRO testing offers? How do we at Digital Time Savers typically advise clients on prioritizing?
Great question. We always follow the foundation first principle. If the website is fundamentally clunky, slow, hard to navigate, or just plain confusing, meaning the core UX is poor, you have to start there.
Fix the leaky bucket before trying to decorate it.
Exactly. No amount of clever copywriting or A/B testing a button will make up for a frustrating, broken user experience.
Yeah.
Fix the speed, the navigation, the mobile usability first. Then, once you have a solid, usable foundation and you're getting steady traffic, but conversions still aren't where they should be, that's when you lean heavily into CRO testing, refining headlines, offers, CTAs, page layouts.
So UX first to stop the bleeding, then CRO to optimize the flow.
Generally, yes. But ideally, they become an ongoing integrated process. You're always looking for ways to improve the experience and test ways to increase conversions. To really scale revenue efficiently, you need both working together constantly.
This has been incredibly valuable. I think the big takeaway is pretty clear. Looking ahead to 2025 and beyond, driving conversions isn't about finding some magic hack. It's about building trust, creating clarity, and just making things easy and smooth for the user.
That's really the heart of it. It's about empathy for the user and a systematic approach. And maybe the provocative thought for everyone listening is this. Before you pour more money into getting more clicks, take a hard look at the journey your current visitors are taking. Because a confusing, frustrating, leaky funnel will never be saved by simply adding more traffic at the top. Fix the journey first.
Wise words. We really hope this discussion on CRO and UX gives you some actionable ideas to look at your own website or digital platforms with fresh eyes. At Digital Time Savers, our whole approach is built on that empathy, transparency, and using data to get real results, taking the guesswork out of it.
Yeah, helping you find your specific leaks.
Exactly. So if you're feeling like you might be pouring money into that leaky bucket and you're ready for a more tailored approach to fix those leaks and scale things efficiently, we'd love to connect. Please reach out to us.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for uploading your wisdom with us today.